See the next one. Find P inverse if it exists. This word is given. Let me check whether they exist or not. I will explain for what condition it will does not exist. So let P is already given for elementary row operation. For elementary row operation, see the matrix is here P. Write down P is equal to I into P. P is 10 minus 2 minus 5 1, and write down the identity matrix 1 0 0 1. Keep P as it is. As I told you, for your reference on the side, write down this identity matrix and write down the direction also. So in place of 10, what we have? In place of 10 we have to make it 1. So how you make it 1? We are multiplying by its reciprocal. R1 dash is 1 by 10 into R1. The reciprocal of 10 is 1 by 10. Each element of first row is multiplied with 10. 1 by 10. It is 1. This is minus 1 by 5. And here this is 1 by 10 and this will be 0. Second row we are not doing any change. So write as it is. This completes the first operation. See, we got 1. Yes. Next we have to make it 0. In place of that what we have? Minus 5. How you make it 0? So minus 5 is present in second row. We are changing second row. Middle minus 5. Then which sign you are writing? Plus. The same number is multiplied here. 5 R1. Now I think you are perfect. Without writing on the side, can you write the value directly? It is 1 minus 1 by 5 is equal to 1 by 10, 0. Now I am writing the steps 1 by 1. R2. R2 is minus 5 plus 5 into R1. See, I am writing here for your information. Minus 5. When you are solving, just multiply in your mind. It is minus 5 plus 5, 0. It is 1. When you multiply these two elements, 5 and 5 get cancels. 1 minus 1, 0. And here, 0, 5 into 1 by 10 is 1 by 2. Then 1 and 0 it is 1. Now this is one important thing we are observing. Here we are applying a row operation. Remember, we are applying a row operation and all the elements in second row are 0. When you are applying a row operation, if all the elements of any row are 0, then the inverse does not exist. Here on left side, all the elements of second row are 0. Therefore, inverse does not exist. Understood? It is not necessary in the second row. It may be in first row. If all the elements are 0, then the inverse does not exist. Remember, for row operation, we have to check the row elements. So this is how we know that the inverse does not exist. Now, I gave a 5 example and these examples I am giving you as an assignment. So please practice these assignment questions so you will be perfect, and these questions they can ask in the theory in part C for 3 marks. So you are familiar with the inverse, to find the inverse of the matrix for a matrix of order 2. Now I am giving you one, I am explaining one example if it is has a order 3. So for that also on the side go for writing the reference. You have to write the identity matrix of order 3. So here again same as it is. The first step will be same. For elementary row operation, I am writing the condition like this. A is equal to I into A. On left side we have to write the given matrix. And on the right side I will be identity matrix. Then A as it is. And for our reference, you know that the left side matrix will be converted in the form of identity matrix, and we are moving in this direction. Like this we have to move. The first column like this we have to move in that direction. But we are taking a row. See, I gave you row operation. Here in place of 0 what we want? 1. So here in exactly below we have 1. Just interchange them. Interchange first and second row on both the sides. Third row will be as it is. First row becomes second after interchanging. Third row as it is. See, after writing every step, just compare what we have to convert. Yes, we got 1, we got 0. Next, we have to make 3 as a 0. The operations will be similar as we did in the previous. Only thing, it is of order 3 by 3. See, 3 is present in the third row and it is a plus. Then what you are writing? We are writing R3 dash third row. The first number will be R3 plus, minus, because it is a plus 3. We have to write opposite sign, and the same number is multiplied with R1. Why R1? The question arises or what? Why not R2? If you multiply with R2, this will be 0. The value will not change. That's why we are multiplying with first row. Then on the side, write on that condition, write the values. For before that, write on the first and second row as it is. 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2. And 0, 1, 0. This will be 1, 0, 0. Now write on the calculated value, third row here. The third row element will be, so 1 I am showing you. What is that? R3 minus 3 into R1. What is R3? 3 minus 3 into, on the top, the corresponding element on first row, it is 1. That will be 0. So write it here. Like that, write down, calculate the remaining values and write down. It is minus 5, minus 8, 0, minus 3, 1. See, we completed another step. Again compare these two. We got 1, yes. We got 0, yes. We got 0, yes. Now try to make this element 0. Again from top to bottom. 2 is present in which row? First row. Write on that. R1 dash is R1. 2 has a plus sign. Write it minus. And we have to multiply with 2. See here, if you multiply with minus 5, it change. If you multiply with 1, 2 minus 2 will be 0. Then 2 is multiplied with what? Second row. 1. So write on the values. First row values after calculations. 1, 0, minus 1. And on the right side, minus 2, 1, 0. Write on the remaining 2 row as it is. And this will be A. So again compare. One operation is over. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. The next conversion will be what? Next conversion will be minus 5. So go on writing that. Minus 5 is present in third row. R3 dash is R3. Here minus is there. So write it plus 5. Now you only tell me you are multiplying with first row or second row. Yes, of course it is a second row, because then only you will get 0. Write on the first 2 row as it is. On both the sides. Then write on the third row elements after calculating this operation. 0, 0, 2. Again on the right side. 5 minus 3, 1. And A as it is. Now again compare. We got 1, 0, 0. We got 0, 1, 0. Now we are moving to the next step. Putting the 2 present in the third row as 1. So the reciprocal is 1 by 2. Third row, each element of third row I am multiplying with 1 by 2. So the remaining 2 row as it is. On right side also you multiply with that. Each number. 5 by 2 minus 3 by 2, 1 by 2. So now compare 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Here also we got 1, here also 1. Now we have to make it these two elements 0. Now first one I am writing R1 dash, first row. It is minus 1, this is plus 1. If you add these two directly you will get a 0. R1 plus R3. Write on that elements. This is 1. This is 0 and minus 1 plus 1 will be 0. The remaining 2 row as it is. Here also the same thing. First and third. Minus 2 plus 5 by 2. That is 1 by 2. 1 minus 3 by 2. That is minus 1 by 2. And 0 plus 1 by 2. The remaining 2 row as it is. Now see, we got all the elements. It is 1, 0, 0, yes. 1, 0, 0. Next one 0, 1, 0. Yes, that is also there. The next one we required 0, 0, 1. But what we have? 0, 2. In place of 2 we have to make it 0. You know that when you are going for conversion of 0, we have to go for either addition or subtraction. 2 is present in which row? Second row. So R2 and plus it has bracket minus 2. We are going with R3. So then which row you are changing? We are changing the second row. First and third row as it is. After applying the operation, the second row will be 0, 1, 0. This one as it is. And see, the calculation will comes on right side. The value is minus 4, 3, minus 1. And the third row as it is. See students, now compare this with here. Is it identity matrix or what? Then if it is identity matrix, then tell me what is inverse. Thus A inverse is equal to. Thus A inverse is equal to, write down this matrix. One by 2 minus 1 by 2. This one is 1 by 2. Write on the remaining row. This will be A inverse. So this is little bit lengthy, but it depends on the students how they are thorough in addition, subtraction, and how they are converting like this. And I gave the hint also. So on the side you have to write like this. Then we have to solve. Now I am giving you the similar question, one question for a assignment. See students, this is the assignment for inverse of the matrix. After that I am moving to the multiple choice question in NCERT. See what is the multiple choice question? Read the question. Matrices A and B will be inverse of each other only if. It is nothing but the definition. I think you are familiar with the definition. What is the definition? AB is equal to BA is equal to I. Then A is the inverse of B or B is the inverse of A. So this is a condition if you are defining inverse of the matrix. See that condition is present in which problem? That condition is present in fourth one. That will fourth is the answer. So with this example it completes the chapter matrices. Just I am giving you 2-3 examples of miscellaneous sums. First, because only 2-3. Why 2-3? Because first I want to make the students will be thorough in the remaining examples. So then only we can discuss the miscellaneous sums. Only 2-3 examples I am explaining from miscellaneous sum. See the question. If A is this a matrix and the condition is given. The condition is like this. A square is equal to I. A square, how you write? A into A is equal to I. Write on that matrix A. Alpha, beta, gamma minus alpha. And this is alpha, beta, gamma minus alpha is equal to 1, 0, 0, 1. And one more hint I want to give you. If it is a multiple choice question, in the multiplication, just compare one element, because the remaining all the values give the same answer. So how you are comparing? First row with first column, alpha square plus beta gamma. The remaining I kept as it is. See, I wrote as it is. The remaining I am not writing. Why? It is a multiple choice. And in competitive, no need to write each and every step. Is equal to 1, 0, 0, 1. Compare the first element. What is first element? Alpha square plus beta gamma is equal to 1. So here, if it is matching with the option directly, mark it. Otherwise, go for small adjustment. Here it is 1 minus alpha square minus beta gamma is equal to 0. See if this option is present. Yes, this is third one. The next question is, if the matrix A is both symmetric and skew symmetric, and remember this is a standard result. If a matrix is a zero matrix, then only you can say that it satisfies both symmetric and skew symmetric conditions. So the answer is A is a zero matrix. If it is a zero, then only it satisfies both symmetric and skew symmetric. Okay students, with this it completes matrices. So in the next class I will come with the next chapter, that is determinants.